Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright. Welcome back. So this is going to be a video where I discuss things. I'm going to explain all sorts of concepts and techniques in 2 technique walkthrough videos that I'm going to make about increasing your intuition. The technique walkthrough videos, one clears old baggage that you have from this and past lives regarding intuition that you probably don't know you have, so that's really helpful. And the other one is helps you to heal yourself in certain ways and align yourself in certain ways to not only increase your intuition but make sure that you are using it in the most beneficial way possible for your spiritual growth. So I did realize that I have a lot to discuss about all that, and so that's what this video is. It'll just be explaining and discussing, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make 2 videos, 2 new videos for the set, and the first one is going to be shorter but very necessary. It's going to help clear baggage from past lives and from this life about intuition, because a lot of people had baggage that they probably have no idea that they had, but because it's subconscious from a past life or from this life, but subconscious, about intuition, and baggage is very sloppy. Like, it could be just related to other people that maybe aren't ethical, that use intuition for unethical purposes, and maybe you had a lot of resentment towards them or fear of them in a past life. But because baggage is so sloppy, that very baggage that's really kind of about other people using intuition in an unethical way could very well be causing you to use a lot less intuition in this life, even though you're very dedicated to helping others and living a positive life. So because baggage is very sloppy like that, I was helping people to clear all baggage, related to intuition at all. Present time intuition, past time intuition, future time intuition, intuiting the future or intuiting things that already happened in the past. Like, an interesting example is, say perhaps you work in law enforcement, or you work in some kind of a thing where you're studying what happened already. Well, that's past time intuition. If you're studying, something that's happening right now, or you're thinking about something that's occurring right now in your life, that's present time intuition. Future time intuition is kind of like you're thinking about, maybe how the rest of this year might go for you, or the rest of next year might go for you. And I don't read the future for other people typically, unless the angels are like, you need to tell them this, then I will. But typically I don't do that. But I think opening up your future intuition for yourself, why not? But there was that video, the first new video, other than this one, will be using timeline healing, which is a really easy clearing technique. So you can clear a lot of past life baggage as well as from this life. I did notice a lot of people had a lot of past life baggage around intuition. And again, a lot of it was that thing where it was like there were people that were harming others that were very intuitive. And so it's like there's this stored fear about intuition from those situations in the past lives. So if you clear that, then it'll help you use your intuition, which is good. And the next video, so that second new technique video, that will be a little bit longer. That's where some really interesting work about intuition will be, to enhance your intuition and make it more accurate too. One unexpected part of that, which I will explain here. So in that intuition video, I'll probably call it increase intuition, whatever. But it does have a little bit of, it mentions the Akashic records, and it mentions like your life purpose and your life path. And people probably wouldn't think about that it would if it's a video about increasing intuition, but the thing is, abilities are just abilities. So then there's how do you use them? You know? Like, so say you open up your intuition, but then you realize, like, oh, I'm intuitive about this XYZ. But it could be that XYZ is a total distraction for you in your life. Like, you're not meant to do that. So I think it's important to kind of orient yourself, you know, so that your abilities are being used in a way that most helps you evolve and move forward with what you're here to do in this lifetime. You know, so you stay true to your purpose, true to your life purpose. And I think a lot of people, they get understandably hung up on that they don't know their life purpose. You know, they don't know, like, for example, what they should do for a living. You know, like, or maybe they already do something for a living, but they have a sense it's not right. You know, it's not what they ideally should be doing for a living. You know, or maybe they are doing what they feel they should be doing, but it somehow isn't, it's more stressful than it should be, you know? So I think the intuition video will have this extra aspect where you orient your astral body 7th chakra, so the energy center in the top of the head, but your astral body 7th chakra, so it's like, you know, because you have two. You have one of your physical 7th chakra, but then you have your astral body 7th chakra, which is you just as a spirit, not your physical body, right? And so you have that astral body 7th chakra. And in the video, in this intuition video, we're going to help you to kind of align or harmonize with your own personal Akashic records. And I'll explain what that is in a second. Your own personal Akashic records, the universal Akashic records, and also the most evolved version of your life path, you know, or the most evolved version of your life purpose in this lifetime. So that when you open up your intuition, you use it in the best way possible. And yeah, so you don't, because I noticed not a lot of people, but I think some people maybe that don't realize they're doing it, they weren't aligned towards their life purpose. They were aligned at that astral 7th chakra level. They were aligned to making as much money as possible. And I don't think some of them realize that. I think some of them would be like, yeah, sure, that's good, I want that. You know, but I think other people would be like, no, I don't want that. I just want to make enough so that, you know, my husband can, you know, blah, 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 and I can stop working at this job and whatever. Right, so they're not really trying to align as like their major goal to make as much money as possible, but they just kind of get stuck there. Like their money stresses cause them to orient to that goal of, I want to make as much money as possible. And you can't, I would say for an older soul, it's pretty unlikely that your life purpose is to make as much money as possible. Not that older souls can't make a lot of money, you know, can't be very wealthy, but typically, you know, an older soul would have deeper things that they're here to do. And if they make a lot of money as part of that, you know, sure. Or maybe like a side effect of it, you know, like maybe they want to help a lot of people doing a certain thing that happens to be marketable as well, so then, you know, they end up making a lot of money, you know, but it's not really the point. But anyway, so that's a part of the video, because I saw that some people that do want deeper meaning in their life were accidentally oriented to make as much money as possible. And I think it doesn't really work anyway, you know, like it didn't work for those people, I think, because it wasn't their life purpose. And so it's like you're kind of ignoring a deep part of you. You know, you're kind of like running away from a deep part of you if you're not oriented and sort of in harmony with your life purpose. And so these people were like kind of, almost like smacking themselves in the face, by accidentally orienting to, I want to make as much money as possible, like in this astral 7th chakra level, rather than I want to be true to my life purpose, because I think it's an extraordinarily rare life purpose that would have anything to do with poverty. Like, it would be part of your life plan to have enough, shelter and whatever most of your life. So it's not like you're not going to make money if you orient towards your life purpose. I think it's just you won't be smacking yourself in the face anymore. Like things will start to flow better. So that's why that's and I think it answers to that whole, well, because, say you're really intuitive, you do open up your intuition, it works. Say, if you're not oriented to your life path, you could really just waste time and energy, because you'll be like, oh, I intuit how I could do this business well, but say this business has nothing to do with your life path. That's a sort of a mixed blessing, that now you're really good at something that is a total waste of your time and energy, so I think orienting towards your life purpose and your life path is an important part of opening up your intuition. So I hope that makes sense. If you don't understand that, feel free to comment put a question under this video or that intuition video that I'm talking about, and I'd be happy to discuss it in the comment section. But anyway, and so we're orienting towards the Universal Akashic Records and the Personal Akashic Records, so to help intuition, actually, because Universal Akashic Records is like a sacred library that's sort of like, it's not technically like in heaven, but it's sort of like a sister area to heaven, like it's angel protected, and it's, on this astral level that's very sacred, but the Universal Akashic Records has information sort of about everybody and everything stored there, and it's protected by the angels. And so if you set your 7th chakra to be in harmony with that can help your intuition. The angel said specifically, don't cord it. Don't make an energy cord from your astral 7th to the Universal Akashic Records. They're like, no. Because that would be too intense. But they're like, just harmonize your astral 7th chakra with the Universal Akashic Records. So you could imagine that maybe like a very faint dotted line rather than an actual connection. If you want to draw something, it would be like a very faint dotted line between your 7th and the Universal Akashic Records. But it's definitely not like a chord. It's just like a harmony, And then your personal Akashic Records it's again sort of a sister area to that, but it's a personal area. Each person has their own, and it's your own sacred library maintained by angels, so that you have somewhere to store your past life knowledge that you've acquired in this life and in past lives, actually, but just things you don't need with you in your aura. Like if you've realized something and you're totally done with it, you're like, okay, yeah, I get it, I'm done with that pattern, I've learned what I need to learn, you can let go of it and put it up in your Akashic Records, your own personal one. So, but to orient your astral 7th chakra to be in harmony with your personal Akashic Records, that way you're more likely to intuitively access that information. So that is something that angel showed me as, it's a way to enhance your intuition, increase your intuition, is to orient your astral 7th to those 3 things: your personal life path, so you don't waste your time on intuition that is time wasting, right? So you orient your astral 7th to your personal life path, and then also the Universal Akashic Records and your personal Akashic Records to enhance your intuitive knowledge. So, and that increased intuition video, like how will we be, like what is the technical aspects of it? Well, we'll be doing that harmonizing thing, which is actually pretty quick. It takes very long to explain, but it's very quick to do. And then we're doing a little bit of chakra work, specifically, and we'll be unblocking the connections between spirit and body at the 7th chakra and the 3rd chakra. So a little bit like, it's like the massive way more awesome sequel to 7th and 3rd chakra tune-up video. That 7th and 3rd chakra tune-up video does unblock the connections at the 7th and the 3rd between your physical body and your spirit body. But this will do way more than that. But I felt like you get your intuition as a spirit first, and then if those connections are unblocked enough, then it comes in through those connections to your physical body, and then you know it consciously, like much stronger. So it's like that having it travel into your physical body makes you be conscious of, oh, I know that. This is what I know, that's what I know. So unblocking those connections was important, and that'll be in the intuition video. But also that whole thing about accurate intuition, because I saw that you can have baggage at the 7th or at the 4th or at the 1st that makes your intuition inaccurate. So what do I mean by that? Well, first chakra baggage, fears. So you can have fears about, say, not making enough money, or fears about whatever, and that can kind of be so loud in your mind, you know, your fears, that you don't hear your own intuition about something. 4th chakra baggage, you know, resentment, victim energy. You could be so caught up in feeling like a victim that your intuition about a situation is distorted, and you don't realize some of what's happening and how you're contributing to a certain situation, and maybe you don't realize some of the simplicity of solutions that you could do, because your 4th chakra baggage is like clouding how you perceive the situation. So again, you know, so that's part of the video. We do flower healing with the 7th and the 4th and the 1st chakra specifically to help get enough flow there, and we do a little bit of chakra healing on 7th, 4th, and 1st, so that those chakras generate more flow, more energy, because the more flow you have, the less baggage sticks around. So with enhanced flow in these chakras, then it seemed like the intuition was louder and more accurate. There was less distortion to it. So yay. And we did the flower healing because I felt like the reason the participants that I was looking at, the reason they had the blockages here that was making the intuition less accurate was from deficiency. It wasn't so much that they were blocked, like, yeah, they were blocked, but it was more that they were deficient. They were missing energy. Maybe it had been, you know, taken from them by other people. Maybe the chakras were just not generating enough. So we did flower healing to sort of supplement these chakras with healing energy, and that kind of jump starts them. And then we do extra healing just so that the chakras kind of wake up more and generate more energy and more flow. And then at the end, we ended everything with a blessing and a healing from your angels, but also the Archangel Ariel. So what we can do is we can go ahead and end this video, this intro video, with a blessing and a healing. Okay, so what you would say in your mind: angels, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? And Archangel Ariel, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? So maybe a nice deep breath. Just think about receiving, think about letting go. Okay, great. Thanks so much. Bye.